Jeannie Mai is an Emmy-winning TV host, entrepreneur, and mom. And now we can add executive producer to her list of accomplishments.
She and actress Alyssa Milano are co-EPs of the docuseries called Balance, which dives into the topic of perimenopause, sharing real life stories. Hi.
Hi, my loves.
How are you?
So happy you're here.
Me too. I'm excited about this. I used to come here to do fashion segments, and I'm here to talk about perimenopause and women's health. Let's go.
All the things.
Let's go.
Okay, so we have so much to talk about. So we're going to get to your docuseries in just a moment. But first, let's just dig right in. You've been through a lot of change over the last few years. But what I admire about you, because I've told you I've followed you since like the style days on E! Till now, is you've been pretty honest. Like when your highs are high, your lows are lows, perimenopause, divorce.
Yeah.
How are you in this moment? How
Right now, in this moment, I'm awakened. I'm so good, and I feel whole. I feel forgiving of myself. I feel filled with grace and appreciation.
Do you feel that back from people?
I feel that back.
From some?
I don't know if I'm even thinking about other people.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a big change.
Yeah, I'm not, and that's a big one.
There's a lot of noise.
And I'm a people pleaser.
I know.
I'm by trade, and also with my culture as an Asian, I'm always like serving and people pleasing. And now I'm not listening to whether or not people feel good about it. I feel good about it in myself. So it's allowed me to mother well. It's allowed me to reparent myself well. So I like my ecosystem right now. I'm happy.
That's so great.
Thank you.
You, as Sheinelle referenced, you went through a pretty public divorce.
Yeah.
What got you through that time and continues to get you through it?
I would say doing the deep digging into my timeline of life to see why I make choices the way I do, looking at the habits to see if they were habits or patterns, figuring out what caused me to want love certain ways. And then once I understood the root of that, I was able to love myself more and to make little pivots so that the same patterns don't happen again.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that. You know, I think life is so dope in the way that it'll continue giving you patterns until you make that change. Because if it happens once or twice, you know, you can say you're a victim, but one more time and you're becoming, it's becoming a,
well, it's part of your narrative,
I wonder,
right?
You just gave me a moment. I didn't think about it this way, but I wonder if your mentality is a way to keep from being stuck. Because if you're not willing to pivot or you're not willing to change, or this is what I believe. I remember you talked about having kids, and for a while you were like, no, it's not for me.
Up until 40, I said no.
So you had said, and it was pretty public, you had said on your show, you were like, I'm never having kids.
I had the bank account for myself. It was a party of one. It was good.
But
my house was in white and creams. Oh my God, it was.
What changed your perspective, and also, what gave you the bravery to change your mind after you had like had such a public opinion on it?
Yeah, honestly, well, I was in love. So love allowed me to see what having a baby with somebody could be like. And then it turned into, now that I'm divorced, I realized that I was capable of having that baby myself the whole time. That the only reason why I didn't want to become a mom is because I didn't want to repeat my own childhood. I was really afraid of raising a baby with my same trauma, with my same triggers, because I didn't have the greatest childhood. And it wasn't because my parents were great parents. It was my mom was 19. They were refugees coming from war to assimilate into a country that was very difficult for them and their little means. And all of that was portrayed to me as never want to raise a baby. But what I didn't realize is the bigger message I needed to fix was, Jeannie, you don't trust yourself. How do we get to a place that you can trust yourself? Because you are capable. And so that's why now at 47, I'm at this awakened place of understanding I may not have all the answers, but I can find the answers, and I deserve to know the answers.
People are obsessed with little Monaco.
Oh, yeah.
She's 4 years old. You did this blog. We'll show it, and then we'll chat.
Okay. When I realized you were coming, I had to become someone that I wasn't yet. Someone steadier, braver, more patient. Motherhood shifted me from self-doubt to self-responsibility. And Mommy had to confront her limitations and her shadows. Coco, I want you to know that I'm not finished working on myself. I still have a lot of patterns to grow out of, like my tendency.
You do have patterns like K-pop demon hunters.
Patterns like K-pop demon hunters.
Those patterns in you. You know what's so beautiful? It makes me want to cry, because when you see those things in you, But because you do, and because you're working on yourself, she doesn't see that in you. She just sees pure, unadulterated love.
Yeah, you know what made me realize that is Monica would always just know me as, Mommy, I'm hungry. I want to go play this. I want this. I want that. Can you do this for me? And I realized that my definition of mommy to her is not all that I am, but I'm enabling her to know that. I'm enabling her to just see me as, I can get things for you. So I wanted her to understand, because I appreciated my mom in my 30s when I started to see what age she had me, what support she had, how many jobs she had.
Yeah.
And not that at 4 she should understand that, but they do. They do understand that mommy is a whole person with a lot of responsibilities and different agendas in her life besides just you.
Yeah.
And now that I had that talk with her to help her understand, like, mommy doesn't always have the answers.
Yeah.
Mommy also makes mistakes.
Yes.
Mommy's trying to learn. Please be patient with me. So almost asking her what I require her to own for me.
You're talking about repair before you even doing anything, but we know we're all human.
Yes, and she's gentler with me, guys, now. And she tells me now, do you need space? Do you need time? I feel like you need a moment. She says things like that as a 4-year-old. I feel like you need a moment.
Wow.
I can't get men to say that at grown ages.
Yeah, exactly.
You talk about waiting for your own journey to be, 43 before you had her, but now you're able to be present.
Yeah.
And have conversations like this.
Have them older, ladies. Have them older. I'm telling you.
Well, stick around, because speaking of getting older, we have some other things that we deal with too, like perimenopause.
We're all in the same
All
boat.
the things. We're literally all the same
Yes.
boat. Okay, so she's gonna stick around. We're gonna talk about Jeannie's docuseries Balance, Perimenopause, and chat with specialist, another amazing woman, Dr. Sharon Malone. That's right after this. We are back now with TV host Jeannie Mai, co-executive producer of the new docuseries Balance, which examines perimenopause.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Mom, when did you go through menopause?
45.
Oh.
What do you think perimenopause is?
Mood swings, hot flashes.
Hot flashes.
It's just hot flashes and night sweats is the biggest crock of that's ever been delivered to people.
We are harming women.
Frailty is our destiny. It's gonna take a generation of women that stands up and says, not me.
Okay, we are in, and joining us now is an expert, or the expert, who is featured in the docuseries, Dr. Sharon Malone, a board-certified OB/GYN and Menopause Society certified practitioner. She's also chief medical advisor for Alloy Health. Thank you, Dr. Sharon, for joining us. This is such a great project. It's something we talk about sort of all the time.
Yeah, you guys talk about perimenopause often?
We're 44 years old. That's all we talk about.
Yeah, I get it.
Tell me why you wanted to be part of this.
I want to be in your group chat because I wasn't talking about it with anybody. Nobody was talking about it with me. But after I had Monica around 41, I started really feeling a lot of things that were not hot flashes. I was getting like complete forgetting things in dead air, like literally talking and it'd be gone. And then I would feel intense anxiety and deep stress. So I went to the doctors and I would get depression pills, which I took for about 3 months and sent me to a whole nother moon that I'm not comfortable with. And then I went to another doctor and I was told it's mommy brain, it's normal. So it gave me a whole bunch of maybe about a very expensive selection of holistic pills and things like that didn't do anything either. And then I started to just feel really negative about myself. Hair started falling out. I went and also started looking into going to Turkey and getting hair implants. But at the end of the day, nobody ever told me that these symptoms are very normal and it is perimenopause. And so when I started to actually have to look this up and have to also go to different OBGYNs to get the help, there wasn't OBGYNs that really knew what it was, which is why it's so important you have that title tacked onto you about being a certified menopause specialist.
Yes, and there are a lot of you out there. I was saying earlier, I go to a doctor that's certified that way.
I didn't even know it till she said it today.
Yeah, and I find it's hard to find.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm done having babies. You know, we're in this period of our life. Dr. Malone, this documentary shows all types of women that are going through perimenopause, including 2 female monks who are doing everything, who are eating right, who are sleeping great, who are, are all the things. And yet, like, we can't, our lifestyle cannot block perimenopause. It's part of life, just like puberty is, right?
That's exactly right. And let me just say, lifestyle matters.
Yes.
Because it's helpful in a lot of things as far as disease prevention and longevity. So yes, but you can't outrun your ovaries. when they stop working and your estrogen levels plummet, about 80% of people will be symptomatic during the menopausal transition and beyond.
Can I tell you what I'm hearing more of now more than ever? When I used to hear about hormone replacement therapy, I thought of women who were a little bit older, maybe my mom's age or a little younger.
Yes.
But I'm hearing women, I'm 47, women my age who are starting to talk about, or younger, hormone replacement therapy. And I am still kind of afraid of it.
But I told her that's based on a bad study. Will you let's talk about the myths.
That's why I'm asking, because I think...
Yeah, let's talk about the myth of why you should not be afraid of hormone replacement therapy.
I think the biggest myth is that women sort of shy away from hormone therapy because they think that it increases your risk of breast cancer.
Exactly.
You know, and it didn't just pop into your head. It was actually, you know, out there. It's been in the ether for 23 years since the Women's Health Initiative study came out. And so if you get hormones and it says on the front of the box, warning, this will increase your risk of breast cancer and dementia and heart disease, you'd be afraid to take it. Yeah. But the reality is that that was not true then, and it's not true now. And it's taken, 23 years to sort of correct the record and to put it in its proper perspective. Hormone therapy is the most effective treatment for the symptoms of menopause. Now,
and not just the symptoms of menopause. Yes. Can you tell us what else it helps as we age?
Yes.
Yes. You know, I think the biggest thing that we have the FDA approval for is prevention of osteoporosis. And if any of you have any elderly relatives who've broken a hip or you've watched them get shorter, that is the physical manifestation of osteoporosis. So it prevents osteoporosis. It also prevents something called the genital urinary syndrome of menopause, which is a mouthful, but it's GSM, and that is vaginal dryness, vulvar irritation, urinary frequency, urgency, frequent urinary tract infections. We know that, and we've always known that. So, you know, it helps prevent these things, but it also gets you through a transition which can be very long and very rocky, and women are often getting their symptoms treated piecemeal without the doctor recognizing that it's all part of, you know, it's under the rubric of perimenopause. And you will...
And that's what was kind of happening to Jeannie, is that they were like, oh, these supplements will help with hair, and this will help with dry skin, and this, and
it took me 6 years to be on this couch to talk about what I finally knew it was.
Yeah.
And think about the access and the privilege I have. But my mom would never be able to find out what it was and get the answers.
Well,
because
for so long we thought we had to just kind of suck it up.
Yes.
We just thought it was just part of...
And also, there weren't conversations like this happening.
Right. Yeah. And to your point, it does happen as early, it can happen as early as 35.
Yeah.
And so when your hormones, which run every part of your ecosystem, start to deplete or need some type of replenishment, of course you're going to need hormones to help replace that.
The other thing is the symptoms are varied, right, from woman to woman, and they're extensive.
Yes.
So I love in the documentary where she said, well, I just thought it was a hot flash. Well, that's not it.
No.
There's many, many things that people can look for.
Brain fog, skin dryness, loss of hair. There's also frozen shoulder now.
Yes.
Joint.
By the way, I had frozen shoulder, and somebody said, I go, it's because I've been lifting weights, and a menopause doctor was like, no, girl, that's perimenopause.
I had them in both shoulders.
See, welcome to the club.
I got shots in my joints for them, not learning that it was actually my hormones.
Yes.
All right, well, we're out of time for our therapy.
Well, you need more.
I know, we need an appointment, Dr. Sharon.
Yes, but also, this documentary will help so many women.
Yes.
Jeannie.
Don't miss it, you guys, and husbands, please watch, because it's not just a woman's issue.
By the way, I mean, my husband's been so supportive during this. Oh, yeah, because one of my symptoms was I was real grumpy at him. Yeah. And he's like, what is happening? This is not how you normally are. So he wants me to feel like myself, too.
And the whole point about learning about perimenopause is it's not about fixing women. It's just making space to understand what we're going through.
Exactly. Okay. Well, y'all are the best.
Team.
I know. Thank y'all so much. Balance. I mean, obviously, this could be a whole show. A Perimenopausal Journey is streaming now on Prime Video and also on Apple TV. You guys, thanks for watching.
I know. Come join us for all the fun every weekday on NBC.
Yeah, and don't forget to take us along when you're on the go.
Follow the Today with Jenna and Sheinelle podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.